Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chrissy T. I'm back with a review on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 15. First, I want to say that I am excited that they did a segment on colorism and racism. I also think they should do one on mental illness because Spice's behavior is not normal. I think she's dealing with depression. And usually someone who has a near-death experience, there's usually a shift in their life, a positive shift, but this has caused a reverse in Spice. But yes, this behavior is not normal at all. And I want them to have the emotional intelligence to know when to leave this woman alone. Stop trying to get her to have conversations she's not ready for. She would do that in her own time, but I notice every time they intervene and try to have her have conversations with people like Bambi and Carly Red, it just blows up. Have the emotional intelligence to know when to leave this woman alone because she's going through a lot and it's depression. I'm going to dig deep into that later. First, I'm just going to start with the scene. So the episode starts with this heifer, Erica. To me, she's showing us, despite the monkey comments, she's still getting gigs. She's still booked and busy. Her manager calls her to tell her that they just secured $1 million deal. Okay. Which we know would not last because she was shooting season 2 of Hush. But she lost that bag. We see her still making excuses. She doesn't remember calling Spice a black monkey. She still stands by that stance. If anyone say anything about her kids, she's going to black out into a state of oblivion. No one said anything about her kids. Spice did say that your own son don't even like you. Scrappy also said that a couple years ago to her, and she didn't call him a black monkey. People are finally beginning to see who this chick is. She keeps saying that what she said came from an ugly place, and that's true. Your heart is ugly. I'm glad you realize that now because your mouth speaks what your heart contains. The words you choose are a reflection of your innermost thoughts, and your innermost thoughts to you, black people, especially women, are monkeys. And I'm amazed at the black women who are caping for her. She done call us roaches, black monkeys. I mean, she's done this before. And she's never been held accountable until now. So Erica and Bambi, they finally have their long-awaited conversation. Bambi said she reached out to Erica, but she hasn't, called her back. But she finally called her back, and Erica persistently claims to have no recollection of making a monkey comment to Spice. Bambi, realizing that this chick is not going to take accountability whatsoever, she ends up, ending the call, saying, you know what, my service is dead. Goodbye. Because she knew that she's still making excuses, not wanting to admit her behavior and what she said. She did apologize to Erica. How about you apologize to Spice? You apologize to everybody but Spice. Erica accepted her apology. I don't think her apology is sincere. Like I said, this isn't the first time she has called somebody a black monkey. Then she said she wishes she can rewind it and watch, and production said they can show her. So she watched herself, and all she could say was yikes. Girl, you have just offended an entire race, and all you can say is yikes, like you spilled milk. Get the fuck out of here. Then she makes some comment talking about, I know I'm going to be apologizing for a while, trying to say that she know we're not going to let it die down. You damn right. Because this is the third time you've done this and suffered no consequences whatsoever. So then next they decided to feed the pigs. Yeah, they decided to feed the pigs. These things look like dogs and they were ugly. And they were in the water feeding the pigs, and Spice was having a good old time. So then later, Spice was sitting in one section, and then Bambi was sitting in another section. And here comes Sierra talking about she want them to talk. So she pulled them together to have a conversation. It started off good, and then Spice got triggered when Bambi said that she deserved an apology. Spice got up and walked away. Like, she was so mad and angry. And this is like a defense mechanism. I think that it masks her sadness and depression. Because she's so afraid to express her emotions, her sadness and her depression, because of this societal expectation of the strong black woman. So she suppressed her emotions, but expressed anger. And it just comes off in a fit of rage. And depression in us, or black people, it shows up different. For some reason, it shows up different, and it can be often misunderstood or overlooked. So when she got up so angry like that, Bambi walked after her and tried to give her a hug. And I believe she did that because she actually felt her spirit. Because this girl, it's depression and sadness, and it's starting to get the best of her. When Bambi went to give her a hug, she rejected her. I think right now she just needs her space. Because every time someone try to have a decent conversation with her, she fly off the handle in a fit of rage. So the next scene, we see Rashida ask Carly what's going on between her and Spice. And Carly said, I love that lady, but her energy has been off, and she's been trying to make up with her, but Spice hasn't been very receptive. So once again, they're trying to get Carly to approach Spice when at a time where she's not ready. So then they went to this Junkanoo or Junkanoo. It's a music festival. And I believe that set the tone for the rest of the night. It created a positive atmosphere. And Sierra got up to apologize to Scrap. And she said, it hurted me arguing with you. It hurted me going toe to toe with you. And as she was saying hurted, I'm thinking, was I using the word wrong this whole time? So she apologized to Scrap for being that single friend that's always involved in her friend's marriage. And he apologized to her as well. So they did a flashback and they showed a scene of Sierra telling Scrap, put it on the Bible that he didn't fuck Diamond. He said, yeah, I'll go to that shit right now. So he went to his phone and pulled out the Bible app. That was so funny. I could not stop cracking up. Like, he really was looking through his phone for the Bible app. So after Sierra was finished apologizing, she asked, did anyone else want to apologize? No one said anything. And of course, she called Spice out. And Spice said she apologized to Bambi for always overreacting. She said she's working on herself, and that incident at the beach helped her reflect on her anger and how she really wants to change for the better. And she says she's always triggered by hurt. So she's already a hurting individual. And then to be triggered by another layer of hurt coming from Bambi, because she thought Bambi was going to ride for Erica Mena, calling her a monkey, and wasn't going to hold her accountable. And that really hurt Spice. So that is where that hurt was coming from. But she did apologize. She gave her a hug. Bambi accepted her apology, but said she'll keep her at a safe distance. Yeah, I agree. Until she get this anger, depression, and sadness worked out, keep her at a distance. And you should probably do the same with Erica Mena. I would end the friendship. I won't be comfortable having a friend that's racist and using racial slurs. Honey, just leave her alone. So then Rashida tries to pull Spice aside and want her to make amends with Carly. And she was like, she likes to keep genuine people around her, and Carly just ain't it. So the beef with them is that Carly moved into a house next to Spice, despite Spice telling her not to. It's given obsessed. So Spice told her she did not want them becoming neighbors. She wanted to be able to maintain her privacy. Well, Carly said, fuck that. She decided to move forward anyway, and she got a house next to Spice. That's definitely a little stalkerish. So they've already had the discussion. Spice was not in agreement with her moving next door, but she did anyway. So Spice is pretty upset about that. But Carly is saying that she did not move into the house. She bought the house, but she did not move into it. She rented it out. So one day while she was out of town, she has the Ring camera. So she decided to check on the kids. And she's seeing all these strange men hanging outside smoking weed. And come to find out, it was a film crew that rented it out from Carly. So Spice is pissed because she's a mom and, she wants her kids to be in a safe place. And she didn't know who these damn people was. I do think Carly should have respected her decision. Granted, she can move wherever the hell she wants to, but if your friend is telling you she wants her privacy, she does not want you living next to her, don't do it. But yeah, she went about it very sneakily. So now here comes Yandy meddling, telling Carly to come here. So she's trying to get Carly to go talk to Spice. So Carly, looking all terrified, calls Rashida over. So then Yandy said, that conversation we had at the beach. Carly said, well, Spice rejected it, right? Rashida said, yeah, now it's not a good time. So Rashida asked her, who is all these damn people you got at this house? And she said, well, it's a film crew. They were filming a music video. She said, Spice didn't want me to move. I didn't. But I got to pay the rent. So I had to rent it out to the film crew. So Spice is very protective of her privacy and safety of her kids. She's done rented out this house to some random people. It's messed up. When it comes to your home, that's your safe haven, your place of peace. You want to know that your kids are safe. But to have this goddamn film crew out there smoking weed and stuff while her kids are there and she's in another country, that's scary. And yeah, I wouldn't mess with Carly either. You knew damn well that woman didn't want you moving next to her. She moved away from you for a reason. She wants her privacy and her safety. And now you got these thugs renting out a music video. So Spice always get triggered when she's forced to have a conversation she's not ready to. So you already know after that conversation with Rashida, she was pissed. So she goes to Shekinah and tell her, I'm about to cuss her ass out. Shekinah said, you better not, you damn fool. That's the type of friend I want. Somebody's going to tell me when I'm wrong. And to like, listen, now you need to chill. So she told her not to do it. And she said she's tired of Carly playing victim. And she going to bust her in her damn head. When the camera stopped rolling, she said it's going down. I don't think this would have happened had Rashida and Yandy just minded their business. She will talk when she's ready to. She said she was avoiding the girl. So Spice did try to bust Carly's damn head. A portion of that was caught on camera. Spice went ballistic. She went into a rage and she said people will not understand. She said every time she loves a friend, they betray her. So production asked her, what has she done to betray you so that we'll understand? She said she didn't want to talk about it. She'll continue to leave it up to Carly to play victim. So it shows Spice saying to Carly, you moved from your house next door to me just to spite me. She said, I've been so good to you, Carly Red, and this is how you repay me. She said, you're a fucked up individual. I was nothing but good to you, bitch. And she was good to Carly. She helped her with her music career. They were really close. I do think other things happen in this relationship as well. If you're a fan of the show, you know Carly is very messy. I can only imagine the other things she did, because that's why people wasn't really fooling with her, because she was very messy and vindictive and just conniving. And then while Spice was saying these things to her, Carly had that damn smirk on her face. So I believe what she did was done just to spite Spice. Yeah, keep that girl at a distance. Move if you have to. But she cannot be trusted. She probably moved next door just so she can keep tabs on her, gossip about her, let people know what's going on in her house. That's what she did. And Shekinah agreed. She said the reason Spice went off like that is because Carly Red liked to do shit behind people's back. She liked to antagonize and provoke people and then play victim. So then they have the green room. They were asking the cast how they felt about watching the scene with Erica and Spice. When they had those comments on the screen from Black women, that was really disturbing. It made me sick to my stomach. So y'all picking and choosing when monkey is not a racial slur. They were really caping for this woman. It's just sad. that all the black women are really fighting for her, saying that she didn't mean it in a racist way. Yes, she did. It's a racial slur. Look at the history of it. So then Yandy approaches Erica at Bambi's divorce party, and she told her she was offended by the monkey comment. This hoe gonna say, well, you're only offended because you choose to be offended. Bitch, what? She was so damn hostile. Like, how dare you approach me with this bullshit? I said what I said, and I don't give a fuck who is offended. That's the vibe I was getting from her. And then she was laughing about it. Then she said, no one is going to violate her son. No one is going to violate her using her child. There's no boundaries at that point. She said, was it wrong? Yes. The bitch violated me by coming for my son. And I'll do it all over again if she does it again, period. So Yandy says, so you're saying you'll say the same thing to her all over again? So she's going to try to clean it up. Well, I wouldn't say that, but if the bitch violate me, I'll go there with her again. So then she says she's Puerto Rican and Dominican. She has black people in her family. She has black friends. Her best friend is black. She has a neighbor that's black. Her sister is the same color as Yandy. And then had the audacity to say there's not a racist bone in her body and that she's as black as any one of them. She wants to be black when it's convenient for her. How the fuck does she figure she's just as black as any one of us? Like, what? And your kids are biracial because you're Dominican and Puerto Rican. Safari is black, which makes your kids biracial. She got away with saying monkey twice before, so I'm glad they held her accountable this time. And it's really pathetic, the black women caping for this hoe, because she wouldn't cape for y'all. Did the Jews protect Kanye about his comments? Hell no. They came together. They was pissed. But here you mammies out here caping for this broad. And that's the end of this commentary. I'm glad the hoe was fired. I don't want to see her on another black network. Spice, you need help very quickly. Get to the nearest mental health facility you can find because you need help.